Okay, so we're here with Václav at
Hey.
Bastl. How you doing, man?
Yeah, welcome. Happy birthday to sonicstate.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, so today we're showing off the new WaveBard. It's a Kastle 2. So Kastle 2 is like a mini modular synth format which runs on AA batteries or USB. It's got a sync in, sync out, audio in, audio out, so you don't technically need a mixer. We just use it for the convenience of the show. And yeah, it's got a mini pitch bay. And we have now two of those. So we have the FX Wizard, which is like a multi-effects processor. We'll get to it in a second, but the news of the day is the WaveBard, which is a sample player. It's stereo, and let's get some sounds, and I'll explain it in a second. So what we have here is I can trigger samples like this, and I have the sample knob, and by default there is like 8 samples assigned on the sample knob. So if I wanna do it with the patch, I can take, for instance, the gate out, trigger it like this, so there is a rhythm going. If I wanna change the rhythm, I can hold shift and turn this knob to change the rhythm.
So is that like to generate a new pattern?
Yeah, and you can actually edit your own rhythms, and you can load your own samples. So if you look up here, there is like a little magic editor where you can like load your own samples. You can organize them in banks, and in the editor you can also edit your samples and edit your rhythms. So this sounds good, and I can take voltage and modulate which sample is being played.
Oh, wow. Is that from the entire sample library or from a particular group?
So I have several banks of 8 samples on this one. Actually, it can be more or less samples if you do it in the editor, but default is 8. And when I press the bank button, it changes the color. And that's a different bank of samples. So I've got these. And what you can also do is you can take voltage and also modulate the bank. So the colors will start to change. So then it's taking samples from different banks. And so now I'm modulating the sample knob. And if I like turn it, it's gonna sort of like rotate which samples are being played. So it's still like the same like rhythm signature, but it just chooses different samples. So you have this like sort of instant inspiration machine based on like aesthetic that you load up. And
really great sounds on this.
So
you said it's stereo playback.
It's stereo playback, and yeah, we made like really good factory libraries for it. So
like
yeah,
it.
and so that was the sample knob. You have the length knob. So with this one you can make the samples shorter, like like a tiny transients in the middle, and then it reverses them if you go to the left. So very simple but effective. And then you have the pitch knob, plus minus 2 octaves, and you can modulate the pitch as well. So let's do that.
And what are you using to modulate that? Is there like an LFO sort of element?
So there is like built-in modulation sources. So there is a pattern generator. I'm using the gate and CV out of the pattern generator. So the gate out that's the rhythm source, which you can like edit, and the CV generator is like sort of like algorithmic, and you can like generate either random voltages or have it loop. So now it's looping, but I can if I use the C input on the pattern generator, I can like plug it to different voltages. now it's like kind of generating it randomly. So now I'm browsing randomly through the samples, and if I disconnect it, it's gonna loop the latest like random bit, and you got a new like new CV pattern.
Yeah.
And I really think the fun of it is that it's just like it's not like it's not a typical sample player, right? It's not like you load a sample of a specific name. It's more like you load a pool of samples, and then you just like tweak a knob, and you get like completely new pattern, completely new idea.
Yeah, I think the way it's sort of like circuit bending a sampler a little bit in some ways.
Yeah, it's like very different approach to it, and like we have a lot of like DNA in our company, and also came from circuit bending. So yeah, it definitely comes from that. And then you can change the bank. Constantly getting new ideas, and like, and if you make the samples right, then it's always good, you know?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And so there is also some effects on it. Yeah, so that this is like a little loop of the editor. So you have a limit for sampling time. So it's 89 seconds. You can also edit scales. Yeah, there is a quantizer when you're sequencing the melodies. You can make your own scales. And
what's the audio that it takes?
You can put in any samples. It runs in a browser, but you can also run it offline. And it takes any samples, just converts them. You just have about like 90 seconds in mono, or like less in stereo, but you can also combine it and optimize it. And so there is limitations, but I think they're quite creative.
Yeah, absolutely. You were going to mention the effects.
Yeah, the effects. So I'll shorten it so you can hear the delay a little better. So when I hold Shift, I can turn this knob to add a bit of a delay. And so it's delay to the left, and to the right there is a chorus and a flanger with some distortion. If you go to the right. And then there is also a filter, low pass and high pass. So that's fun for like adding some flavor and for transitions and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, idea machine. Yeah.
Yeah. And is it? Am I right in thinking it's playing back one sample at a time?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's monophonic in that sense, but in stereo. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's kind of flying between them to create something new. Because I was thinking, like I would probably first of all think to put everything in like the same note, so it would all correlate. But I think also it'd be really good to put things in completely different frequencies and notes. You know.
Yeah.
Like a random sort of.
Yeah. So like there is, as I mentioned, there is this like built-in quantizer, and you can like have it aligned to a certain scale, and that works if all the samples are tuned to note C. Of course, you can do anything you want. You can make it microtone or whatever. It's how you do the samples. Yeah.
And what sort of inputs and outputs does it have?
So you got sync in and sync out, and so that's for syncing to like any like analog sync protocol. And then it has audio in and audio out, so you can either run the audio in through the effects or just like mix it with the output. So if you have two of these or use it with Volcas or anything, you don't necessarily need a mixer.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's great.
So
Great idea, man.
yeah, and
this is available. When is this available?
yeah, so we're already shipping those, and they go for 160 euros without tax. So we managed to make it affordable, and it really gives you that like modular experience. Even for people who are new to it, it's great to like get the feel for it. But I think it's also great for people who already has their own like samples and libraries or produce tracks and wanna like remix them and like take their own aesthetic and like get a new spin on it. So
yeah, perfect.
yeah.
Absolutely perfect.
So it's a little under 200 euros with tax, and on top of that, it's a whole sort of like a platform. So we also have the FX Wizard, which is a effects processor. Let's so I have another Bard going inside of this. So this is the clean audio going into the FX Wizard, and it's running on the same hardware. So if you have either of these, you can try both. So let's.
Oh, what, these two?
These two, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
fantastic.
So if you have the
That's
Wizard,
great.
you can try the WaveBard and vice versa.
Nice.
So and you have bunch of great effects. So this one is a auto panner, and you can go into audio rate and make it like tonal. So it's like a stereo ring mod. It's got really nice sound, and you can also modulate. You can modulate that. And so that's one of the effects. Then what is it? Like a down sampler, like a bit crusher. This is some sort of a slicer. It kind of like chops the sound, and then yeah, there is a sort of like a pitch shifter, crazy one.
Yeah, that one's great.
This is sort of like a audio buffer mangler, so you can like reverse and make different pitch shifting effects. This is another type of pitch shifter. It's got some like nice flavor, and also there is a feedback knob, so you can have this like rising pitch shifting feedback stuff, and it can get nasty with the feedback.
It's really trippy effect.
Yeah, and really one of the coolest things about it is if you hold shift, you can also detune it in stereo. So you can this volume. So all the effects can be set to like really extreme stereo width. What else is there? This is a delay, classic delay, and you can run it fast for like some nice like CarPlus strung.
Yeah.
There is a filter in the feedback path, so you can, you know.
Yeah, it's great to have a filter included to tame the sound.
Exactly, yeah.
If you want to.
This is some sort of chorus flanger thing, and my favorite is the freezer. And so...
Can you sequence the freezing?
Yeah. So let me show you like my favorite patch with the freezer. So there is an envelope follower that follows the input, and you can use that to trigger the freezer. So now the audio input is triggering new freeze buffer, and then you can take the CV pattern generator and modulate the freeze time, and it goes to audio rate, so you can kind of so you can almost create like a new voice. So this is the original source, right? This is the source material.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, and then the most fun thing about the wizard is that you can also change the effects with modulation. So
oh, great. So
yeah,
between
so
the types of effects.
yeah, exactly. Let's. So now it's cycling through all those different effects. You can change just between two. And then you can just like cycle through them and have it browse through those effects like slightly differently. So
Really
it
cool.
really radically transforms the input. So again, this is the clean input, and this is what it does when you like fully engage it. and it can get crazy in the best possible way.
Amazing, man.
Yeah, if you're listening with headphones, there is like extreme stereo. I love that. So yeah.
Yeah, I can see it useful in so many situations. Yeah, so they both have the same inputs and outputs.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there any USB functionality with the effect?
So the USB is used for like firmware updates and power at the moment. Yeah, at the moment.
At the moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for showing us those. Really spectacular, really fun units.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I'd be glad if people checked it out. There is a lot of fun hiding inside of these boxes. So
I can feel it and see it and hear it. Just sorry, one more. When's this available? Is this out?
Sorry?
When will this one be available?
They're both available. We've released this one in November. This one like a week ago, and they're both available. You can swap the firmwares on them.
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's really good.
just little fun boxes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for showing us, man. Really appreciate it.
Very happy, and happy birthday.